Going live. Okay, yay, it worked. Hooray. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna wait for the stream to catch up and wait for people to settle in. But welcome to the Unraveling with You virtual book launch party. um, I am very excited and I will tell you more about it. But I first want to say hello to everybody here. So, hi Mary, thank you so much for coming. Hi Blake. Blake is the mod again, which is really nice. Thank you for helping out. Hi Lucas, Stalkostier. Hi Helen, thank you for coming. Hi Jaguar Books, and hi Layla. Hi Sarah. I see so many familiar usernames today. It's so sweet. Um, if anybody is watching this back, I also just want to thank you and everyone here in the stream just for being so supportive of this book launch so far. I've been so like overwhelmed today in a good way because of how sweet everybody's messages were, like sharing my posts and like hyping up the book. So I wanted to thank you so much before anything else because I feel like I couldn't do this without your help. So thank you so much for your support. Um, yes, if everybody is settled in, I can tell you more about Unraveling with You, which is what just debuted today. It is a baby. So, Unraveling with You is a steamy contemporary romance. Um, and it is certainly steamy. This is an adult book, but this stream is like PG-13, so it's all gonna be okay. Banana Cat says, I totally forgot about this until you got the notification. Thank you for coming. I saw your YouTube comment. It was really sweet. Banana Cat has been subscribed to my YouTube channel for a long time. But yes, so new book, Unraveling with You. This is the paperback edition. It is also an ebook, and it is available anywhere books are sold as of today, which is so exciting. I know that it's probably on some people's Kindles or Nooks or phones right now, like as an ebook, but hopefully the book is shipping to you. And in this stream, later in this stream, I will be signing like 3 to 5, depending on how we feel. 3 to 5 paperback copies on the stream for you and packaging it up. So I have a wheel to allow 3 lucky people who have ordered from my website to watch their book get signed. So I'm really excited for that. Hopefully you are too. But I am going to tell you about the book now, and then I'll read an excerpt for you, and we can do a Q&A. So I think I will get started after I say hello to Jessica. Thank you for coming, Jess. It's nice to see you here. Unraveling with You is like a moody yet sweet romance. It follows Lilibeth. I like to call her LLB, and so does Remington, the love interest. But Lilibeth, her problem at the start of the book is that she cannot carry the heavy pots of soup at work. Like all she wants is to be able to carry the soup. It's just not happening for her, which is a sad time. She's actually really unhappy about it, but her coworker and her friend Gabby gives her a gift card membership to the gym to just like try it out for a bit, which is really sweet because she can't afford it otherwise. Lilibeth can't afford it. But when she gets to the gym, a personal trainer there harasses her, like giving her a hard time about how she hasn't exercised before. And she has like a full-blown anxiety attack, which is not how she wanted that to go. But then comes Remington, who is a buff, tattooed dude who looks really scary. He has these sharp eyes, and he's like really intense, but he defends her. And Lilibeth is no stranger to punks. Remington is a total punk, so she's like, oh, this guy actually makes me feel safe. And then they become gym buddies. But as they're getting to know each other, Lilibeth hears from her friend Gabby that Remington works at Club X as a dungeon monitor. If you don't know what that is, I probably can't explain that on YouTube. But it has to do with a very particular type of spicy club adult activity. So Remington, like Lilibeth, this feels very much so out of her realm, but she is so interested in this. She's just painfully shy. So she has to like brave her painful shyness and also her abusive upbringing in order to get close enough to him to like evolve into a relationship that's deeper. But what she doesn't know and she starts to discover is that Remington has his own secrets because Lilibeth is still in somewhat of this abusive situation that she's trying to get out of. So the story is about them pulling each other out of it and unraveling each other along the way, hence the title. And yeah, that is what it's about in a general sense. I will allow you to ask questions, of course, in the Q&A. I'm really excited to hear your questions. But I thought it would be fun to read you an excerpt to give you more of a vibe about the book. So, um, if any of you have the ebook already, I'm gonna start like at the end of the first paragraph of chapter 3. Let me grab that. I'm not sure what page it is on the ebook because in the paperback, hang on, let me check, make sure. It is on page 43 in the paperback. So I will let you take a second if you would like to flip to that page on the ebook version, or if you have the paperback. Does anyone have it yet? I'm very curious because sometimes it ships early, which is pretty fun. But I know a lot of you here ordered from my website, which is sweet too. Jess says, oh, you need new coloring sets? I'm sorry about that. Okay, I think hopefully that's enough time to get the ebook open to the page, and I am going to read this excerpt for you. For context, at this point of the book, Remington and Lilibeth have been gym buddies for like I think 3 months at this point, or is that in the next chapter? Why am I getting myself confused? Either way, they have been gym buddies for like at least a month. I think maybe 2. And then they're starting to settle into their groove a little bit, but Lilibeth is fighting between her feelings for him that she's trying to suppress because they're just gym buddies and she feels like she's just really awkward and like not on his level of comfortableness because he's a golden retriever in a Doberman's body, which is what one of the ARC readers said, and I love it so much. That was Chaos Reads on Instagram. It's like the best quote ever. Okay, I'm going to start reading now. The more I've settled into our groove, the more open I felt around Remington, especially when he's so encouraging. He nods to my lunges, even as he gulps massive mouthfuls of water. He breaks away from the bottle with a gasp, his wet lips creating an odd fuzziness in my stomach. Hell yes! Look at yourself in the mirror, Lilibeth. Your movements have become so fluid lately that you look like a goddamn pro. Catching my reflection, I boost through my next few reps with newfound pride. He's right, I look like a natural. And I love pleasing Remington. I lunge a little deeper, aching to do a good job for him. Except with my extra pushing, an acidic burn rages throughout my thighs, almost too heavy to withstand. Remington's dark brows furrow. You okay? You're doing more than usual. I am fine, I huff, struggling to steady my heart rate. But the second I bite my lip, pushing through the burn in my legs, Remington waves his hand. Okay, take it easy. You've done plenty. I flush, dragging each heavy foot as I fetch my metal water bottle. When Remington breaks into his first lunge, my stomach plunges further. He's not smiling anymore. Sorry, I mutter, his eyebrows scrunch. How come? I made you upset. He breathes evenly through each lunge, keeping his elbows slightly bent as he holds the dumbbells at his sides. It's not about me. I'm just a little concerned is all. I hope it doesn't feel like I'm pressuring you to push past your boundaries. My heart flips. Oh no, Crossing one arm over my chest, I grip my opposite shoulder. It's all me. It sounds silly, but I wanted to do a good job in front of you because I swallow hard. How do I explain that I not only want to please him, but also that I enjoy his praise? And enjoying doesn't fully cover it since I really like him too, romantically. But Remington's expression softens. My heart jolts at his serious, aching stare. I'm sorry, Lilibeth. I don't think I made something clear. I'd rather you be safe because I'm already proud of you. You don't have to do anything except show up, and you should feel proud of yourself for it. If you need to stop early, that's honestly impressive too. It takes a lot of courage to know your limits. My heart hammers harder than when I was exercising. As Remington stops lunging, we face each other directly. I can't bear to return to the mat center for my turn, a magnetic pull tying me close to Remington's heaving chest instead. The longer my eyes zip over him, the deeper my longing is to belong in Remington's world. I don't want to only be his gym buddy. I want to know what he likes, what he hates, and what he does when he's bored. And I've never felt like this with anyone else before, but I might even want to go to Club X with him to experiment my deepest fantasies. But we're nowhere near that. With how awkward I am, I don't know how to bring us closer. But I want to try. I swallow hard, landing on a terrifying question. Even if Remington isn't on the same page, does he even like me back romantically? I don't know if I should voice it, but I don't think I can hold in my feelings for him any longer. It hurts. If only I had an ounce of the cool, sly courage he carries in those broad shoulders. Rather than seeing myself as a badass wildcat, Remington is more of a panther than anyone I've met. Can you show me how to have more courage in general? My voice comes out soft and shaky. Remington tilts his head, taking a step closer to soften his voice too. What do you mean? Like, in all of life? But seeing him this close, my tiny shred of courage melts beneath his stare. I fidget with my waistband. I don't know, never mind. Remington doesn't say anything for at least 10 seconds, thrusting my heart into another gear. But then he places his overheated hand on my shoulder, passing behind me. Okay, no worries. I can hardly breathe. Remington dropped the heavy subject for my comfort, but now that he's been extra sweet about my awkwardness, guilt stings my core for accidentally holding in other secrets. Remington still has no idea that that I know he works at Club X, and I haven't known how to bring it up. What if he's angry when I tell him I talked about him with someone else? Or thinks that I'm just clinging to him just to fuck him? He seems to trust me. The longer I wait to admit what I know about him, the higher the chance my accidental secret will grow into offensive territory. And I want to grow closer to him, not hurt him. Remington has already moved to the pull-down machine to set up my weights. I fetch my tote, chasing after him. Before I can think it, I sputter my first thoughts as I halt at his side. I told my friend Gabby I met a nice Remington, and she said she knows you. Remington freezes. When he looks at me, genuine shock freezes over his usual neutral coolness. Gabby who? I swallow hard. Gabby Ricchetti. We cooked together at Salucci's downtown. An unspoken knowing crosses Remington's dark eyes, and I'm terrified, but I have to keep going. She says she knows you from Club X. He still hasn't moved. Taming his expression, Remington's eyes drift over my parted lips, shifting eyes, and fidgeting hands. What do you think about that? Well, I huff through light, fuzzy breaths. I'm not sure what his eyes are saying to me, but the way they're lingering makes me dizzy. I'm curious. Remington turns back to the weights with a hum. He slaps the barbell collar on one-handed, like it's nothing, when it's a struggle between two of mine, then stands to face me. With less than a foot between us, I have to crane my neck to keep looking at him. His extra 7 inches of height had never been so clear. If that's what you meant about finding more courage and figuring out your limits, I can tell you more about it sometime. Feel free to ask, okay? I open my mouth to speak, but I'm crushed by a never-ending bout of burning shyness. All I can mutter is, thanks. We resume our workout as if nothing has changed. Except it has. Remington didn't seem opposed to discussing Club X, which feels enormous, but he didn't invite me to play with him in the dungeon either. Although, that's ridiculous of me to hope for. From what I've researched, it could take months or years to build enough trust to play together, so our measly 2 months of knowing each other is nothing. Of course he wouldn't invite me to play. But imagine Remington at the club, trusting me to hear more details about what he does there, stirs hope in me. I feel so safe around him that I don't want to stop opening up. I want to reach a place of security where I can confidently fling open that solid door in my heart, exposing my honest self to him. And he just left one of his private doors open, just for me. Okay, that is the excerpt. I had to leave you on a cliffhanger again. Yes. So, thank you. Thanks, Blake. Blake's like, hey, beautiful. Yeah, so that is only chapter 3. This book is definitely a wild ride. So I am open to questions. If we would like to start a Q&A now, if anybody has any questions. I think that what we did last time was that people put their questions in the chat, and then we'd pin the one that I would answer potentially. It's going to take a second to come in, so I'm going to drink water because I talked a lot. Thank you, Lucas. Lucas says love it. Put a kissy emoji. I don't know why I said it like that. Helen put a cute heart emoji. That is a pretty cute heart emoji, I agree. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I think this book definitely has it has cozy vibes, but these two are definitely, it also has really edgy vibes because it gets pretty deep. I feel like especially once you hit chapter 5, like, oh, wow. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about it. Are you? Is it letting you pin, Blake?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. I don't know how to. Okay. Mary says, "Hi, River. Hello. Congrats. What was the, or sorry, was the book fully outlined when you started, or did it evolve organically?" That is a really good question. So this book process was really wild. My editor, Kayla, isn't here because she's teaching right now, but I could not have done this without her help because I had to be like, Kayla, I have this idea and I want it to come out like around Valentine's Day, but I would really need your help to edit it in a very short time because normally I would take maybe a year to plan out a book, like in my head at least, where I would know how it ends and I kind of like know how I want the characters to grow, but I just want to fill it in like, and I fill it in out of order. I'm kind of weird like that. Like I write in whatever is calling to me in the story. But with this one, it just kind of popped up out of nowhere because I had I just had that feeling that I wanted to write something, and I wanted to write something for a time period. So I was like, I'm going to challenge myself to just sit down and write and see what happens. So I did end up outlining very, very briefly. Like, I'm not a fan personally of outlines, but what I like to do is just have maybe 5 bullet points. So it kind of like maps out the arcs of the book in my head. Like, chapter one, we're establishing what the problem is for Lilibeth, for example, and then like I'll put each beat of what's important and the vibes around it, and that helps my brain just like have that in the back of my head. But what's interesting about this and why I really like this question is that the ending of this book, I wrote everything. I normally don't write the ending for last because that's a lot of pressure. I write the ending somewhere in the middle and then I'll fill in the rest. But this one I waited till the end because something just felt weird about it. And I had written full notes for that because I write notes as I go once I have the idea for it. But I got to this part and was like, that's not the ending. Like once the characters got into that situation, it was totally different. But that was scary because endings are the part of the like one of the most important parts of the entire book. It can ruin the whole book. Um, so what happened was that Kayla and I had a discussion, and I was like, I don't know why I feel so weird about this. We pinpointed it, and then it completely changed. Like the ending is totally different, but I love the ending, and it's really intense. Like because if you don't know this about me, I started out as a thriller webcomic author. Um, Sorry to my romance readers because like this happens in every book. They're always like, "Oh my God, it's so like emotional, intense, but I love it." That's gonna happen again. I've been told like that you might need tissues, but not in a bad way because like it doesn't have a sad ending. It's still a happy ending. It's just like it's a lot of emotions because in this book we're dealing with like healing trauma. But anyway, the outline was thrown out the window. So that's what happened, and that's how this book started. Thank you for the question. That was a really good question. Let's see. I'm going to pin Helen's question next. What inspired you to write this book? Um, Funnily enough, I like when I get kind of burnt out, I will play The Sims 4. I I started playing The Sims 4 and I was like getting an idea throughout multiple different like because I create what I call trash storylines, and this is how I get my creative brain reflowing. And The Sims is a very perfect place to write trash, right, quote unquote, because the game always takes over and ruins everything. But anyway, I just felt very inspired by some of the general concepts and ideas um, through some of the stories that I was creating. So then I kept kind of going into it, and I was identifying also some of the things that I wanted to make sure to share in my next novel because I like to talk about very similar things in my novels in terms of like it's like the very general sense like the characters usually have been through something difficult, and while they grow as a person they also grow into a romantic relationship, and like having that connection helps them discover themselves as much as like they also have to learn how to reconnect after trauma. So um, that is like what I have in mind of what I like my through line to be throughout all my stories because that's kind of what my readers know my books for and what I love writing the most. But for this one, I really wanted to write something lately where another character was like coming out, like Lilibeth is coming out of her shell, but she really does have like this. like prowling tiger energy, because uh, a lot of people have I feel like think that stereotypically like shy or quiet people are like weak or immature, or like incapable, and that is like Lilith's some of what Lilith is struggling with in, but it's not, it's like because it's an outside force put onto her about her, and it doesn't actually describe her, but that outside force is so strong that it's like pushing her down. So I really wanted to describe that concept, because I do feel like that's pretty relatable for people who have been through trauma or in any type of abusive relationship. um, because like as the content warnings say at the beginning of the book, uh, she has she has like a history of being in an abusive relationship, not a romantic one, but like at home. So that has like, especially someone who has grown up with something like that, she has so many layers to unravel um, that are keeping her personality wound tight. And that's, yeah, I really got inspired by that concept of like how to unpack that and also make it fun and exciting, because I wanted this to also be um, like not too heavy. So it kind of bounces between feeling really light and playful and heavier, which think I think it turned out well. I'm excited about it at least. Thank you for asking that good question, Helen. Okay. Lucas asked, Dalcossier asked, what type or style of restaurant does LLB work at? I got an Italian feel, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, so Lilibeth works at like, I'm trying to oh my god, I'm forgetting the term right now. It's kind of like a step down from the fanciest type of Italian restaurant, and she is a sous chef, and um, she like helped create the menu. But what they did, like this isn't explained in the book because that would be really off topic in my opinion. Just like as an insider thing, in my head, she helped create the menu because that's what sous chefs do, and it's kind of like an eclectic, cozy feel, because that kind of ties into the name of the restaurant, kind of like a comforting, like home cooking type of feeling, but still kind of upscale. So that's the type of restaurant it is. It is an Italian restaurant. Thank you for asking. I feel like I never would have said that otherwise. So that was kind of fun. Um, Layla asks, since you mentioned trauma in the book, did you ever have a hard time writing it? Oh, that is a good question. Yes, I. Oh, yeah. I feel like a couple points in the book were difficult to write, but that's kind of why I write stories like this, because I enjoy also growing with the book. Um, so I like the idea of, I sit with the book by myself as I'm writing it, and then I hand it off for people to help process their emotions in a similar way. Because if you can relate to this, like maybe we can relate in some ways, because I can't relate 100% to anything that I write. I don't write, like, I don't self insert, but like, I do feel like all these things are very relatable if you've been through similar types of experiences. And I like, so some of the chapters I felt like I had to make sure to take a break after, because while writing I think I get really absorbed into the emotions of the book. um, and I think that that can be kind of intense, but it also feels kind of satisfying or like cathartic in a way, which I enjoy, um, because it does feel like a processing. And I think that, from what I've heard from other people who like books like this, um, like they can relate in that way to where having it be in fiction is like enough separation to help process, like not in a therapy sense, but just like in a personal escape type of sense, and like just to be a satisfying, yeah, entertaining read. So I think what hit me hard was part of this one of the last chapters. There's one particular part which I was like, oh my god, I need to stop writing. And I stopped writing for multiple days because I was like, it's too much for me. But like, I knew how it would work out, but I think it just happened to trigger my brain just enough to be like, okay, we need to take a step back. But then once I came back to it, I was like, that is probably like one of the main reasons why I wrote this book. Like it felt like it just hit right to the core of it, and that's why I had the response. So then I was like, that's a good sign. Um, I'm like getting out what I wanted to through this, like sharing the message I wanted to. Um, and then Kayla read it, my editor, and she was like, "Oh, that part." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was wondering if that was just me because it goes fast. Like I didn't expect her to pick it out, but she did pick it out, which means that it resonated. So I'm sorry in advance, but I feel like it it just like hits the emotions just right. I think in a way that um, I think feels relatable, and like I forgot to mention this too, that part of the reason, the biggest reason why I want to write about trauma also is that oftentimes any type of trauma survivors are very isolated, not just because of like societally, like people not really feeling comfortable talking about that. And like once you say it once, it's hard to come back around over it. Like people feel like, oh, it's just done, and then it feels like, oh, I can't ever talk about this again, but you're left with it like sitting there stewing. Um, but also, I think a lot of traumatic situations make us feel so alone and like so isolated, like sometimes intentionally isolated. So by writing about these things and like making it relatable, my hope is that like it shows people like you are not alone in these experiences. Like other people have been through things, like even if it's not the same thing. And also they're somehow making it through it, like managing to work through these emotions, and that it is possible. Like it's like not always hopeless, but in those moments where it feels hopeless, um, I think it's worth also like sitting in those emotions. So anyway, that is that's what I think about writing, like me writing about trauma, like why I would write it, and if it gives me a hard time. I think like in a good way. It does. um, but thank you so much for that question. That was a really good question and very like that worked really well with this book. So thank you. Banana Cat says, I don't have a question right now, but I so appreciate you writing unique characters and the care you put into it. That is really sweet. Thank you. Um, yeah, I feel like it's just so I feel like it's just extra sweet to me that like to see people caring about it um, in return. So that means a lot after because I do put a lot of care into it. So thank you for the acknowledgement. I appreciate that. Um, whew. So if does anyone have any other questions? Like feel free to take your time, but if you don't have questions, that's totally okay too. Um, and we can also, in a second, move on to signing some books for people if you ordered on my website. If any of you would like to be like put into the pool of like orders, because I'm here. Let me show you. I have the wheel. the wheel. Wait, let me scoot over so you can see it. Okay, I have the wheel here. Wait, why this is backwards so I can't. There we go. I have the wheel. So if you would like to put in your paperback order before I spin the wheel and select them on my website, it's riverkaiart.com. That is what I am picking orders from to sign on the stream. So it'll be like a live book signing through the screen. Looks like Helen has another question. Let me pin it. Helen asked, what is your favorite part of the book? Oh, oh my gosh. I always say, like, I'm too bisexual to make decisions like that. I can't pick one. Like, I don't know. No, I'm kidding. But, like, oh, let me think about this without spoiling too. Uh, because I like different parts of the book for different reasons. Like, when the book gets really spicy, um, the spiciest part of the book has a very um has a really it has a deep meaning to it because they're not just like doing these things. They're The way it evolves, they're not just doing these things just to do them. They are working through processing emotions together, and I think that is like one of my favorite parts, but I don't know if it's my favorite per se. I think I just like the allegory that continues. I'm trying to think. Let me look at the book because I'm pretty sure my favorite part is towards the end. I think the very last two chapters, even though they're super intense, I just, I really like those, how they turned out. Um, Kayla and I literally worked to the last, like, we made some big changes towards the end, which was scary. But once we did it, I felt like, oh, yeah, this is like what I wanted. And I think that made me feel really happy. Um, I felt like the characters grew in a way I was excited for. And yeah, I think that's because I am someone who, as a reader, really likes character development or like growth. So I was excited about that part. Thank you for asking. Blake says, I always feel like I'm too non binary to choose between two things, so I feel that. It's true. I get you. I guess we get each other. Lucas put some alligators. I won't spoil why. There's lots of like um, one thing I can spoil because, well, I won't like spoil. I won't tell you the reason why, but if you are in the paperback, let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yes. Okay. If you open up the book to the dedication page, this one, not that one. This is backwards. Okay. It says, to all those fighting secret dragons, you matter, you are loved, and you belong here. So yes, there's dragons, there's alligators, princes and knights. I mean, princesses and knights. I guess, yeah, it's a time. I can't explain that. It's too deep in the book. But I think it's fun to figure out why. Emotional spice is the best kind, says Sarah. Does anyone have any other questions? I just don't want it, like, there's no pressure, but I don't want it to feel like skipping over you, because I know sometimes, like, you'll, like, probably want to ask a question and then be like, oh, should I ask it? I don't know. But, yes, you're welcome to ask. But if no one has any other questions, I will start drawing names and signing books. And we could always answer more questions while I'm signing them. But, how is everybody feeling otherwise? You're welcome to check in and let me know how you are as well. I'm going to ready the space for signing books while I make sure that I'm not skipping over anybody's questions, because Yes. I am very excited for everybody to finally read this. Even if it was a short time, I felt like I got really invested in that short time of writing and publishing this. And it's still kind of surreal to me that this is happening right now. um, Let me show you this time. Last time the chat really liked when I showed what type of paper I was using to wrap up the books. This is part of it. Oh, I can show you too the merch box if I don't make it fall over. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. This is the merch box. I guess you can't see inside it very well, but there's going to be a signed book, so you can also grab this on my website still because it's limited edition. I am making these keychains. They are ropey for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. And there's this heart knot bookmark that was made by a fellow artist. Sorry, I didn't say that. I said that really weirdly. Made by a fellow artist in the Pacific Northwest, Rico, from Rico Burns. I'm trying to make sure you can see that, but the lighting isn't very good. I'll show you everything in a second. And then Ren Rice from the Romance Era Bookshop also made these praise water bottles, which was really fun. And then there's this hat. So yeah, this is the merch box. I made stickers with a fun quote on it that says, "The more time we spend together, the freer I feel to exist," which I thought was cute. Mary says, "Yay, Rico!" Yeah, Rico is part of the artist collective at Variable Creatives, which is, oh my god, I almost dropped that, which is Mary's shop in Portland. It's so cool. So please make sure to check it out. I have my work there. Some of my comics are there. Resonance and What Sexual. But since I think we're all done with questions, I'm going to start signing your books. Remove you so that you are... Wait, you don't need to see my keyboard. I'm so sorry. I don't want to make you dizzy. Oh, forgive me. Okay. Oh my god, that was gonna fall. Here are the books. Sarah says, "I'm super excited to get my copy, especially after reading the excerpt on tapas." Oh, yay! Yeah, I tried to pick an excerpt for today, like in this live stream that wasn't online, but if anybody would like to read a sample of the book before, like, committing, I put it up on Inkit, Wattpad, and Tapas, which are all linked on my link tree. So I think it is time. I'm going to mark each order this time with who wins on the wheel. Is everybody ready? And I'm not sure if anybody had any last minute orders. Let me double check before spinning. We did. Thank you so much. Let me add your order number to the wheel. Wait, let me add it off screen because I have to go down and it looks really weird. Okay, I believe we have added it, and if there's no one else who has added theirs, let me just show you the wheel again. Yes, I'm going to draw the first person's name randomly. I think I just click it somewhere in the... Oh my god, that's really dizzying. Okay. Yay! Congrats. Order number. Well, it ends in 43, so I'm gonna call it order number 43. Let's see if that person is in this chat. Oh, that's Helen's order. I went to my website to check. Congrats, Helen. Yay. So, what we did, I'm trying to get in the screen again. What we did last time was that if you would like me to write any special dedications on your book, I would be happy to. So, Helen, who would you like me to, like, what would you like me to write this to? Would you like me to use your name, someone else's name? Here is the title page, by the way. I will let you see it. Yay! Congrats, Helen! I know that there's a lag, so I'm just waiting a second until they have time to see. In the My Shy Alpha copies, I signed it on the dedication page, but I think for this one I'm gonna do a classic title page one. To you. Okay, I will write it to you. Oop. Let me unpin your message. I just realized that that was up here still. Wait. Ignore the dot. I think I made it blend in. Okay. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to pack it up because that is half the fun in these streams. And I will be shipping this to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for placing an order. I really, really appreciate it. I'm excited to see how this paper looks. Yay. Oh, I need to show you all the, sorry, I know it's loud while I'm folding. I need to show you the little wax seals that I'm gonna use this time. Oh, you are the best, thank you. Let's see if you can see them. I don't know if my camera's gonna focus, but they're like a rose gold, like they're metallic-y, and they have this flower pattern on it. There's the little wax seal. I'll show you where I'm gonna put it. Last time I had people like tagging me in their posts with the book with the wax seal, which was really cute. I didn't expect that, but I loved it so much. Oh my gosh. So I was like, yes, we need wax seals this time. It's a need. Yay! Here's your book, all wrapped up and ready for you. I'm going to make sure to write your order number on it. Oh my god. Helen paid for shipping, but that is really sweet. I guess it could be river shipping. I could deliver it. Because Helen is also another incredible artist at Variable Creatives with the cutest animal art ever. I literally love that new goose that you made. I love that goose so much. I'm just a disembodied head saying this to you, but like I know you know that I love him. Okay. The paper is so pretty, says Sarah. Yeah, I'm glad you think so. Okay, I'm going to pick another one. And order number 45. Congrats. Let's see. Let me see if this person's in the stream too. Oh, I'm not sure if they are. But I'm going to sign their book for them anyway, of course, on the stream. If your order ends in 45, this is yours. Thank you so much for ordering. It is kind of fun to get a package, I agree, so I think I will send it still. I'm gonna wait to make sure that the person with order number 45, I just have to make sure that, because there's a lag, this is happening in the past. I had to drink more water. Okay. I'm going to sign this. Let me think about what I would want to say. I need to try to channel the best message to send this person. Maybe not the best, but a nice one. Wait, let me just double check that they didn't write to have a particular okay, no, they didn't request a particular dedication. Yay, okay, I have signed this one for order number 45. And now I will pack it up. This person, I hope they will like their message. Okay, Sarah says, I haven't been to Portland in years, but next time I visit, I definitely need to visit Variable Creatives. Yes, absolutely. It's like, I believe there's well over 35 artists. I'm not sure the exact count right now, but there's a lot of different art styles, which is super cool between that many artists. So it's really fun to see, like to go in there and just like look through everything and find all the little finds. Oh, and this book, if you're ever in Portland, will be available at the Romance Era, which is just like Maybe, oops, the adhesive was coming off. Um, now it's glued to me. Please don't. Okay. I was saying that this book will be at the Romance Era, which is a used romance bookstore. And that's in Vancouver, which is only 10 to 15 minutes away from Portland, depending on where you are in Portland. But yes, here is order number 45. Thank you so much again. And congrats, I have signed it. Not that that sounded kind of weird, but whatever, it's okay. You got what I meant. Okay, let me pull up the wheel again. Blake says, oh yes, very real creators have such fun stuff. Highly recommend. Okay, I'm just going to select one because I'm excited. I think it needs to happen. I was going to do 3, but maybe I will do 5. Just because I'm tempted. Yay! Order number 48. Let's see if they are here. I'm double checking my list. Oh, this is someone who just grabbed theirs not too long ago. If you're watching, congratulations! If your order ends in 48, let me if you are here, feel free to let me know how you'd like me to dedicate it. Oh my gosh, that's you, Banana Cat! Congratulations! Yay, I'm happy for you. Would you like me to dedicate it to anyone in particular? Like what name would you like me to write for the dedication? Wait a second. Why is there still a pinned message? Let me repin my own message. Oh. Now it's not showing. Oh, there we go. Fixed on my stream. There we go. It just had to take a second. I just started spinning my pen and spacing out. I'm sorry. You can't see my face. Maybe I should just, oh, that totally makes sense. If you would like me to sign it and then write another name, like off the screen, I can set it aside and do that also. So I will leave room. Layla's leaving. Yeah. Oh, thank you for joining. Love you too. I so appreciate that. That's really sweet. Okay, Banana Cat, I will leave yours off to the side and I can do that afterwards. And you're welcome to like DM me if like whatever you would like me to put for the name. but you can still watch me start it. Okay, there we go. I will pack that one up off the stream and put. I will reuse these sticky notes as well, by the way. You thought you meant Vancouver has fun stuff. Oh, yes, Yulia, I'm sorry you missed it. Thank you for coming, even though it's so early. It's 5 a.m., isn't it? That's really sweet of you to try to come still. Well, I mean, you didn't just try, you made it here, which is amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, I have 2 books left next to me. I think I might pick another one. So, I'm going to do it now. Order number 40. Oh, yay, congrats. My voice cracked. Oh my god. Congrats, order number 40. Let me see if you are in here. Oh, I know who this is, and I'm not sure if they're in here or not. But I'm excited for them. I'm excited for everybody. That's why I had to do another one. Also, like, why did the wheel, like, only, I don't know, only red and pink are left? It's kind of weird. But congrats to order number 40. I will wait to see if you're here. They wanted to keep the Valentine's aesthetic, Blake says. Oh my god, yeah. It's so true. Okay. Your alarm worked with a delay. Did you hit the snooze button? Was that the delay? I want to make sure there's enough time because I know that there's still a lag. Thank you all again so much for your support and for hanging out with me. It's so fun sitting here chatting with you and hearing your thoughts. I always love our streams. I know that I will just at least write a message to this person. Jess is doing a Valentine's Day pattern, like a coloring pattern. It's never too late to celebrate love, says Blake. That's so cute. Okay, I lost my train of thought. It was my own fault. Let me come back. No. It's okay. Everything's fine. I didn't spell anything wrong. Okay. Okay, I ran out of room, so I'm gonna have to sign. Where am I gonna sign? I'm gonna sign. Uh, I'm gonna sign. Uh, what am I? Am I gonna rebel and write? No, I'm not gonna write over the top of the thing. Maybe I've never run into this problem. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, everyone has to watch me do it. Okay, that's fine. Sarah says, I love the streams too. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. Thanks for joining and helping to make them fun. Autocorrect tried to change streams to stress. Oh no. Just says these cards. Oh, you're making cards. That sounds fun. Might turn into work. Coloring sounds like fun work. Or making cards for people. That'd be really sweet. Congrats again to order number 40. I only have one book left with me, so I think I will just draw it for that one in a second. Here it is. Yay. Thank you again. Thank you so much for supporting my book. I'm so excited for you to be able to finally read it. Okay. What do you say? Should we draw the last one? I can't stretch my head in the angle that works without me looking like I'm... Well, I was going to say I'm short, like looking like I'm short, but I really am. So, RIP to me. Okay, I'm going to pick the last name. Dun dun dun. Okay, ready? Do it, says Sarah. Okay. I've been dared. I have to. Blake says drum roll. I don't. Can you hear Blake doing a drum roll? Okay, I'm gonna select one. Oh my god. Yay! Order 39. Congrats. Let me see who that is. I've been saying that every time. Oh, yay! This is someone who got the merch box. It's really sweet. Congrats if your order ends in number 39. Oh my god, my stream says started streaming 69 minutes ago again. I did not mean to look right now. I don't even think 69 jokes are funny. Why does this keep happening to me? Bust a deal, face the wheel. Is that like some show I don't know again? I feel like this happens every time we stream now. I'm just missing a reference. That's pretty fun. Wait, no, what am I doing? I can't. Oh my god, what? Wow, that was an event. This thing is in the way, so you missed it, but I threw my Sharpie at myself. Like, literally, at my shoulder, somehow. I'm going to scoot over. There we go. And sign this one. Oh no. I did not do that. Ah, printer, why? Like the people printing it. I have to get another book. 1 second. I will be right back. It's just over here. Okay. That will have to be discounted to somebody. It's not going to be a fancy signed book today. Let's make sure this one's not. Yay, it looks nice and fresh. Okay. I forgot to ask, I left a space, but I forgot to ask out loud if this person, I'm pretty sure they are not here right now. And I don't know if they would like me to write their name in the book or not, so usually I don't put people's names unless they ask me to. So that is what we are going to do for this one. Unless, let me double check on the order. Nope. There's no request, so I think I will wrap this one up. Thank you so much again. This was order number 39. Let me make sure to write that down. Did I freeze? I hope not. Okay. It's from Mad Max. Oh, okay. I only saw that maybe once. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It's a different type of wheel. But a wheel nonetheless. There's a piece of paper in there. Oh yes, I miss you too, Jess. Hopefully it's satisfying. I feel like we ended up having a chill stream towards the end. Just has chill vibes. Okay, I'm gonna take one of these. New. And stick it on there. Yay, congrats, order number 39. Thank you so much again for your support. And let me make you, try not to make you dizzy again is what I'm saying, not intentionally. I'm not going to intentionally make you dizzy. Okay, I'm moving your eyes. There. Okay, everything's okay. Thank you so much again for joining. We can still hang out if anyone feels up to it. If you want to chat about anything in particular and like tell me anything that you're interested in right now, I'd be happy to chat with you for a bit. Otherwise, we can wrap this up if everybody's feeling sleepy. But I just want to thank everybody again for just your love I can feel through the screen. I so appreciate you being here and also hyping up the book, even if it's not your jam and not like what you would want to read, and like you're just here and present. Like that means so much to me. So thank you for taking the time to be here and to support me and come back and hang out. Um, I hope that if you do read this book, that it leaves you feeling like you're not alone, and that, um, yeah, just that that it's an entertaining time, also, because that's important with a book. But thank you again. I really appreciate you. Feeling the workout I did, says Jess. You did an hour workout. Wow, that is a long one. I'm sure you are feeling it. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Oh my god, I had to say that just for Blake. I accidentally scrolled up on the chat. I won't touch it again. But yeah, I'm excited to ship all of these orders out in the morning. Um, I don't have any boxes in here with me to show you me putting them in, but I was going to stick a sticker in every order, which is exciting. Surprise sticker. I could show you the rest of them too, as well. Oh yes, okay, yeah, you saw the one that says the more time we spend together, the freer I feel to exist, which is really cute. Um, then there's a series that have praise phrases on them. there's yes, girl, boy, and baby. So if people, if I was joking that that was the new three genders, but anyway, the if people order a merch box, they're allowed to choose girl, boy, or baby. And then this is a little heart. Love a surprise sticker moment, says Blake. Got a few layers done on the map you're working on, Lucas. That's awesome. I saw it last week, everybody in the chat, and it's cool. Also, it's really sweet because Lucas is making it for a young family member, which is really cute, like a toddler. It's really sweet. 6 miles on the workout bike. Oh my god. Are you sure it was 6 miles? I feel like I would be like, I feel like that would take a while with weights. Um, you're meeting a potential new dog sitting client tomorrow, Sarah. Oh, that's cool. That's cute too. What type of dog? I'm curious. But dogs are basically like toddlers, speaking of toddlers. And we love them for it. Banana Cat says the gays love stickers. Yes. I know this from living in Portland. I like when we moved here and Avenger was like came up to my booth like cuz we were at a market together, like a pop-up market. It was the first one I had done for like 10 years or something ridiculous. Um, this person was like, "Oh, Portland loves stickers. Like you need stickers." I was like, "Okay," and then I was like, "Oh wait, no, they really like stickers, like a lot." So I have stickers now. Oh, and the point is that Portland is very gay. Not everybody, of course, but there's definitely the gays around. Your dad had you do 6 miles? That's wild. Also very impressive. Yulia says, thank you for pouring your love and soul on the pages of every story you write. That one is so precious and meaningful. I'm excited about that one. Oh, thank you, Yulia. Yulia was an alpha reader for the book, so um, she really, really made it easier for me by also proofreading Italian for me because I had to write some of it. But it's always nice to have someone you trust look over it, and like, even though it's a very stressful time, you made the time, which was really sweet, so thank you. Sarah says it's 4 dogs, which is more than I've looked after at the same time before. Maltese, a French bulldog, and 2 golden doodles. Oh my goodness. That's a lot, and a lot of energy. But it does sound really adorable. And Blake says they'll need your help. Yes. Yeah, it does sound like it exceeds your goals, Jess. That's awesome. 1 word only. That was also like, I I thought that word was spelled wrong, but then I was like, no, I'm just imagining that because it's not in English. And then you're like, that's wrong. I was like, oh my god, good thing you looked. So thank you. Oh my god. I Of course there's gonna be typos sometimes in books, like they're in all types of traditionally published books too that I've read. Especially lately, I've seen a lot of typos, which isn't a bad thing. It just happens. Like, your brain just glosses over them naturally. But I prefer for it to not be in another language and have me butcher it because that is not okay. So, yes. Yes, she probably would. I actually don't even, I'm not sure who that is, but I'm sure she would say good job. Because it is very impressive. Let me think of another update. I guess one other thing, other than the, I will give one more remind. Actually, no, I'll do that at the end. One thing that I'm working on other than this, I'm working on too many things. I said two when I said the word TOO, but I'm also working on 2 things. But one thing that's coming up next is book 2 in the My Shy Alpha series, which is Freeing My Alpha. And it's coming like slowly releasing and as the rough draft on Tapas, Inkit, and Wattpad. And yeah, I'm still nervous about what people will think. It's done, but Kayla and I still have to edit it because it's coming out. I'm not sure if I officially said it publicly, but it's coming out on June 4th. That is the release date. So, yay! I'm excited about that. And I'm going to start drawing the illustrations to go inside the book. Uh, Maybe the like end of this week, next week, like start to. But I also was planning on maybe making some illustrations for Unraveling with you for you all to see for fun. Like, would you like to see that? Yay, says Sarah. It's, yeah, it's wild. The book, oh. I was planning on releasing a new book every 6 months, but I'm gonna give myself a break and, wait a second. Let me think about this. Yeah, so it's instead of 6 months, it's 9 months for book. Wait, no. Yes, 9 months for book 3 because I want to make sure book 3 is really good. I have like most of it written down, but there's some really vital parts that are wild. Like, I can't, Oh my god. Even in book two, I can't tell you everything about it because um, it's it changes. Like things change in a good way to where like I'm excited for you to see what I had hidden in book one that you don't know was in book one, but you're gonna start to be able to tell in book two, and then book three just like takes it to another level. So that is why I'm very excited. It's a secret still though, and I'm having trouble keeping it. um, Yay, yes, says Banana Cat. Yes, says Lucas. And yes to illustration, says Sarah. Your art is always beautiful. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to. I think I want to let me look at my book and tell you. If you would like a spoiler. Not a spoiler, but like I'm gonna tell you which chapter I wanted to draw from. No. It is chapter 10, maybe? I believe? Nope, it's chapter 9. Yes, from chapter 9, there's this scene that I would like to add soul survivors. Yes, that's what I was going to say. So, in the gap where I'm taking a break, it's not a break because I'm going to publish soul survivors, which I've had in my library for a while. But after I finish the illustrations for book 2, like freeing my alpha, then I will like and set it all up to be published because I'm gonna have it open for pre-orders soon, like earlier than I did for this book because this one was a surprise. Like Unraveling with You is a surprise release, but this is not going to be a surprise. It's actually already available for pre-order on like Kindle if you read on Kindle. So that is very exciting. But as soon as I finish formatting it and sending it out, like the paperback and everything, then I'm going to start drawing illustrations for Soul Survivors, which is my thriller novel that that book is wild too. Like, it's definitely a thriller. Originally, it was going to be a romance that had thrilling elements, and then then people were reading it and they were like, "River, this is a thriller." I was like, "Okay." And then, um, uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous but excited because that book was based off of my very first comic, which was not What Sexual. If you have followed my comics, it was actually Chronic Nightmare Syndrome. I took that world and made it into something else that is much better. It's in the same universe. But in the comic version, which is discontinued, um, it's like we didn't even get into the wild stuff that happens. That book is so layered and there are so many mysteries to solve that I'm really excited to know what people think and what they guess is happening as they read. Do we want more packs of cards? Oh, like cards that you have drawn? That's really sweet. Maybe we can pay you for some. But yes, that is the publishing schedule and what I am up to. Thank you for telling me what you're up to. Does anyone have any other things they'd like to share? I might head out soon because I don't want to keep you too late. It's starting to get late. But we do have time for, like, we have time. If you want. And I always like hanging out on stream. Another story set in the Chronic Nightmare Syndrome world sounds awesome. Ooh, yeah, I forgot that you had read that one too. I wasn't sure if you had seen Just What Sexual, um, but yeah, that that one is like, because I think that's the longest story I've ever worked on, because that story evolved from something that I would like taught me. It was a story I had in my head as like a teenager that taught me how to write better stories, which is probably why I rewrote and wrote the book again, because the draft that it is right now is very different than not only the comic but the original version of what I tried to shift it to first. But I really liked it, so I went wild and wrote a whole another one in the same universe that's way better. I really like it. Okay, Banana Cat says, also, I'm almost a month on tea and I'm really excited. Yay, congrats! That is super exciting. Oh, that's really exciting. You're on chapter 3 of one of the books we sent you? Oh, that's awesome. Which book do you remember? The title? That is super awesome though, Banana Cat. I'm happy for you. Okay. I think I might wrap up the stream. I had a lot of fun chatting. The Nantucket Inn. I don't know if I've heard of that one. But yes, thank you for coming, everybody. I'm so happy to have seen you all here and to finally get this book out to you. I can't wait to send them tomorrow. Again, these are available anywhere books are sold, so like Barnes& Noble, Amazon, but I would prefer if you use bookshop.org because that would give back to your local businesses. You can also like request your local bookstore to uh, like order the book and pick it up in their store so that it supports both of us, which is awesome. Or you can grab it in person for me to market. You can get it on my shop and I can sign it for you, and I would love to. But there's also the ebook version on my shop and everywhere else. So thank you for coming to listen. It was fun reading you, like sitting and reading to you and hearing your questions. You all asked some really awesome questions that I had fun answering, and I liked getting to chat about things that I don't always get to chat about. So thanks for also giving me an experience. No, that's sweet. Blake says, so happy to see you all supporting my talented, awesome brother. Thank you. Helen says, yay, River, this was so fun, and thanks for moderating, Blake. Yes, thank you, Blake, and thanks, Helen, for coming, and for ordering a book, and for reading it. Thank you, Mary. Thanks for staying all the way to the end. It's really sweet of you. It's so nice seeing all of you here. I hope that you have a really good rest of your week and that you're feeling safe and healthy right now. And if it's not the best time right now, I am sending my love to you. You're not alone, so thank you for being here on this earth with me. You matter so much. And I will see you very soon. Happy to join in, says Lucas. Thank you for coming, Lucas. Oh, I know. That's sweet. Blake says, Banana Cat, your tea news made my night. I'm so excited for you too. Thanks for a wonderful stream. Thank you, Sarah, for coming. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody now. Bye, Jess. Thank you so much for coming. Bye, Helen. Bye, Banana Cat. Congrats again. Bye, Mary. Bye, Lucas. Bye, Sarah. Goodbye to everybody watching this back. Have a good night. Bye.